Why is it so hard for so many people to genuinely feel good about who they are? I'm not talking about arrogance. I'm not talking about narcissism. I'm talking about something much simpler, the quiet ability to feel really good and really comfortable in your own skin, to respect yourself, to like who you are becoming. For many people, that feels surprisingly difficult. And there's actually a deeper reason for that, and that is what we are going to be talking about today. Welcome, welcome, beautiful souls, to Infinite You. I'm Dr. Sheri, spiritual psychologist, inner authority expert, and multidimensional mindset mentor. And here on Infinite You, we explore how awareness, alignment, and authenticity and empowered inner authority decision making can actually change the way that you consciously create and experience your life. And so, if you are interested in living more aligned and trusting your inner authority, make sure you hit subscribe to this channel and let's dive right in. Most of us never really were taught how to feel good about ourselves in a healthy way. Instead, we were often shown two extremes. One side, there's arrogance, ego, self importance, the kind of energy that pushes people away, and it definitely is protective energy for sure. And then on the other side, there's self doubt, constant comparison, feeling like you're never quite measuring up. Some people grow up believing that there are only two options. Either you become overly self focused and disconnected from others, or you stay humble by questioning yourself all the time. But there's actually a much healthier middle ground, a guided sense of self respect, a quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are. The problem is that many people were never shown what that looks like, and instead they were taught to constantly evaluate themselves through the reactions of other people. Am I doing this right? Am I successful enough? Am I impressive enough? And over time, that constant evaluation slowly pulls people away from their own inner authority. And maybe you have felt that too. So, part of the reason this happens is because identity is shaped through experience. What we go through in life creates our beliefs. What we learn in life, how we're programmed as children, create our beliefs. And those beliefs definitely will slowly shape how you see yourself. So maybe you learned that your role was to take care of everyone else. Maybe you learned that to adapt and adjust so that you could be accepted. And over time, those patterns can quietly become the way that you define yourself. But when your identity is built mostly around external expectations, it becomes very hard to simply feel good about who you are. And then, we have that societal norm, that pressure of really, and it's really unspoken, trying to find the balance between feeling really good and not having people say, like, who the heck does she think she is, right? And so that's when we pull back. How do we figure out that really beautiful balance of feeling really, really good, really, really aligned and really, really empowered, right? That doesn't tread, into that performative, narcissistic, energetic space. But here's the thing. You cannot constantly evaluate yourself through someone else's lens. If you feel good, you feel it. And so something interesting actually begins to happen when you are intentional about reconnecting with yourself at the soul level, your truth, your inner authority, right? You begin measuring life differently because you're experiencing yourself differently. And so you don't have to make excuses about who you are. You just know that you feel good and you're not motivated by comparison. You're not looking for approval. You are simply aligning with your truth with a capital T. And so you begin to ask different questions. Does this feel true to me? Does this decision reflect who I really am? Does this life feel meaningful? Does this feel good vibrationally at the soul level, right? We all know that hell yes feeling. I talk about it, that feeling of joy, that feeling of meaning, that feeling of purpose, that feeling of alignment when body, mind, and soul are all coming together in a really coherent frequency. You know the feeling. We all know the feeling. And when you begin living from those questions of how it feels, is this decision really about who I am? Is it meaningful? Is it purposeful? Something powerful definitely will begin to shift internally. You stop looking outside of yourself for constant validation. You're not comparing yourself to anyone. You're living in your own space. You begin to trust your own perception. You begin to recognize what energizes you and what doesn't. So you know when you're holding on to energy in a really good way, you know when you're leaking energy. And slowly, almost quietly, a new relationship with yourself begins to form just a little bit at a time, right? Transformation can happen in just subtle, amazing little shifts. And that transformation is based on self-trust. It is based on honesty. It is based on authenticity. It is based on alignment rather than performance. And that shift will change everything because you're no longer performing a version of yourself for the world, and you can finally relax into who you truly and actually are. Feeling good about who you are is not narcissism. It is alignment. It is the natural result of living in integrity with your own inner authority. So when you're connected to that deeper part of yourself, confidence actually becomes quieter. It's not something you perform. You don't have to, shout and argue and prove yourself to anyone. It becomes very clear and very, very, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a really calm wisdom and inner authority, because it's something that you are embodying. And that quiet sense of self-respect changes the way you move through the world. And people will notice, and they might not be able to put their finger on it, but they know, right? We all love authenticity. We all love it. That's really what this new level of conscious awareness and expansion of the collective is really all about. And so if this conversation resonates with you, I would love to have you join my free newsletter. I'll put the link in the description box below, where I talk about alignment, inner authority, conscious creation, all that good stuff, multidimensional everything, energy, intuition, psychology, that beautiful intersection of all of that. And then you can also join my Infinite You community on the school platform, where we go deeper into all of this in a really practical, cool way with, obvious results that will come to you through alignment. And then also, too, if you're curious about understanding your unique energetic design and decision-making style, I will put the link in the description box for my human design session, which can be a really powerful way to reconnect with your natural authority, the energy that makes you you, and how you are interacting with everyone in your world. And you will find all of those links below. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit like, definitely comment, and definitely share this video with anyone that you think could benefit from it. And remember this: you don't need to become someone new. You simply need to stop abandoning who you already are, because when you do that, feeling good about who you are stops becoming something you chase, and it becomes something you naturally experience. I will see you all next time, beautiful souls. Namaste.